Novel coronavirus means that it's a new virus, and the reason that it just hasn't been seen before in this form. Novel viruses are more dangerous as far as spreading because no one has immunity to them. Well, I think the news has blown it out of proportion a little bit. I think anybody in the winter season should be worried about any kind of respiratory illness. We're all susceptible to the flu, the common cold, and in the winter months we see that more. We have a flu shot and a vaccine for the flu. We don't have a vaccine for coronavirus at this time, so I think that's causing a lot of the panic. But with any kind of respiratory illness, the people that are most at risk are the elderly and the immunosuppressed. Coronavirus has affected very few children. They're not seeing a lot of pediatric cases of it. So as far as our age group here at the high school and at the middle school, I don't think that we're at risk. If someone in a school age population does contract coronavirus, it's going to be like any other respiratory illness. More people have recovered from coronavirus than have succumbed to it. Over 100,000 people in the world have contracted coronavirus, and there's a death rate of about 3%, which is basically the same death rate as the flu. At the start of flu season, we always talk about cleaning. Mrs. Grossman and I have talked about, cleaning the desk daily, doing extra precautions as far as cleaning. There's not really much else besides cleaning and keeping surfaces free of germs that a school can do. We've had no reports of any outbreaks here in Salem County of coronavirus. Washing your hands is your best defense against any illness. And while hand gel is good, soap and water and washing for 20 seconds, like maybe singing happy birthday or saying your ABCs so you get the timing right, is the best way to protect yourself. Also, containing your cough and your sneezes. Sneezes, when you sneeze and you don't protect your sneeze or cover your sneeze, those droplets, which cause respiratory illness, can travel up to 10 feet. So my advice is to sneeze or cough into your arm to protect your hands from getting germs on them if you can't clean your hands immediately after using the tissue. The other thing is, the school has a policy that if you have a fever of 100.4 or above, you have to go home. Since flu season has started and we're seeing more sick kids, I do send everybody home that has any kind of fever. So if you're sick, you should stay home, especially if you have a fever. But if you have any kind of respiratory illness, you need to protect yourself and protect others and not spread germs.